Alright, as we can see here, we've achieved a short victory via the traditional conditions for Volkmar, which you can see here involve these requirements and this territory requirement. This is actually pretty nasty, and we'll go through the campaign. We started in the traditional place. Volkmar now starts down here. Southlands. Starts in Sudenburg. Excuse me. You take on a minor Tomb Kings faction here, and then your first job is to get rid of Mannfred. Mannfred is usually here and then here on the first two turns, so you can usually ambush him here, or you can take your army in and fight him. So once Mannfred was gone, normally I used to go north, take out Cetra, and then fight Skarbrand here. But now that they've moved Wurzag from up here to down here, I decided to use Cetra as a buffer between myself and Skarbrand. Never saw Skarbrand. I don't even know if he's still around. I don't think so. But Cetra was never weak enough that I had to worry. In fact, Cetra came all the way down, took out Orion. Anyway, I came down and I got involved in a fight with Wurzag. He was taking out Tic-Tac-Toe. Tic-Tac-Toe got absolutely screwed over by the Beastmen. He had this city here and this one here. And the Red Horn tribe spawned a couple of armies and sacked him out of the game, so I was able to take this. And I finished off Wurzag in this settlement here. So I can control this one, this one, and this one. Came down and took out these guys. So I was well on my way to what is the actual nasty surprise of this campaign when you play it, is that now you have to take out Tzeentch. I did get somewhat lucky when I came down here because he was fighting Oxyotl. This can happen quite often. The first time I played Volkmar, I didn't even have to come down this way. I had gone north, and I had gone west towards Arkan. And Oxyotl had taken out this whole area, and I had to fight Tzeentch. So how did we play it? We did the lean in. This is the one of the incentivized units for Volkmar. If you look at his Grand Theogenist, melee defense for Free Company Militia, Flagellants and Empire Knights, and physical resistance for Flagellants. Well, I wasn't going to use Empire Knights because I'm not a cavalry guy. And Free Company, the problem there is getting Free Company and Flagellants requires 2 military buildings. If you look at the build tree, your Flagellants are going to come from here, and your Free Company are going to come from here. So I pretty much just avoided the Free Company, even though they're tier 0, tier 1, and I went totally with Flagellants. So if you look at these guys, armor 15, speed, melee, and melee defense 15, 38, 36, 16. So if you look at one of these guys, 15, 45, 54, 37, that's because I've gone all the way into boosting them as much as possible. In the skill tree, I've gone through here, they get leadership, speed, and recruit rank. Here they get melee attack and melee defense. You can see the Flagellants are right here. Right here. And you can see I get some armor for them. They normally have 0. And this weapon strength charge bonus and expert charge defense. And then there's this one, which I'm researching now. It hasn't even kicked in. Upkeep, speed, and missile resistance. This is really difficult to get because you're required to have a city somewhere on the map that's a tier 4 settlement, and this requires a tier 5 settlement effect range for Grand Hammer and Grand Shield of Faith. So what makes Volkmar so good to use? Because you can get an absolutely ridiculous army of these fellas. These guys have all been pretty much weakened. Their skill tree, these now take till, way turn, level 10, 14, 18, something like that. Some ridiculously high levels. You used to be able to get them really easily. But you can, as Volkmar, these guys are what? Warrior Priests. If you look up Warrior Priest, or just search for Priest, here you can see here capacity for Warrior Priests. There's something in the... Where else did I get the levels from? There's somewhere I got some ridiculous levels for them. It's in here. Here capacity here, recruit rank for Warrior Priests. He gets something to do with Warrior Priests from somewhere. Maybe it's one of his items. I don't know, but I can recruit them now at some stupid level. See if I can find a building that has... Yeah, so here if I recruit one, they're level 15, and then he has the ability, if they're in his region.
Master Engineer.
There was something in here. Yeah, recruit rank +5. So if I recruited those warrior priests here, they'd be level 20. So there's a combination of means to get them there. And then, of course, every one of them has the hammer, which increases everybody's melee attack. And then the shield, which increases everybody's damage resistance. And then this, which is like a... that thing that metal spell that Gelt uses. And then he has the grand version of those. Grand Soulfire. Oh yeah, this one here, is it? No, don't know where the ability comes from. Somewhere, he's somewhere in his tree, I thought. I don't know. Anyway, you can get ridiculous levels on those guys, so that's what I leaned into. And then I have my my siege train with the guns coming along behind.
Sigmar, grant me strength.
We were able to come down here and take out siege. This is a fun campaign to play. His lines aren't as fun as Gelt.
The righteous hammer of Sigmar.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It will be done.
Blessings of Sigmar
Blessings
upon you.
of Sigmar.
Champion of the faith.
Orders.
I serve Sigmar.
Volkmar.
Yeah. We did confederate a few things back here by triggering the quest battles. Remember, when you trigger a quest battle, you temporarily transport to that location. So I was able to get allegiances with most of the Empire through trading them territory I confederated. You can see here our girl is in big trouble right now. Elspeth. She's having a little difficulty with these guys. But the last confederation I did, I got Toddy. So Toddy's on my side now. And I have a lot of these. Maybe it's this. You know what? It's probably... I bet that's it. I bet it's something to do with the buildings that you recruit them in. Now I gotta find one, of course. Yeah, recruit rank. So every one of these increases your capacity and recruit rank. So this is where I'm getting all those extra levels, because I've got a bunch of these. Each of these little towns where I could get some kind of income and growth, I'm trying to put some kind of recruitment building in, just so that we can increase. So I probably got those things. Yeah, I've got them all over the place. So that was good fun. I really enjoyed doing that. There's not as much opportunity for leveling your research because you don't really lean into mages. You're not a mage guy, you're going to go with the warrior priests. Like I said, I'm just getting this one. I figured this was going to be good. I leaned hard into that infantry. I think I did a lot of auto-resolving in this one because the army just seemed powerful on auto-resolve. Yeah, so 36 battles, 8 personal, so that's not too bad. That's over 20%, so that's not too bad. Because 10% I've done in some of the major campaigns. And now I'm also trying to, yeah, so level 15 for these guys. Captain's still only level 1, but Witch Hunter's level 8, that's not too bad. I did all the quests. If you look at
Volkmar the Grim.
his quests, his 2 items are really pretty good. This one here, Recruit Rank for Warrior Priest, is good. The Jade Griffin gives him regeneration, which is absolutely fantastic. Control in all provinces is really, really nice. These are a really good combo of 2 items. And the quest battles were pretty easy. And you can see here, control again in all provinces. So these 2, this and this gives you 4 control, charge bonus for the Flagellants. So I highly recommend this one as an alternate to the gunfire or the other types of Empire campaign. It's a little strange to be fighting down here. I did intend to send a hero over here to see if I could get Marcus, but I never did get around to that. I was just too busy doing this. This was particularly the worst part of the whole campaign. These settlements are spread apart. This chaotic wasteland is really bad to be in. You don't have there's no sort of commandment that you can do that you can decrease your attrition from this, so it was a bit of a slog. But like I say, by the time I got down here, I was able to trade the first settlement I took over to Oxyotl to get him allied with me and then start trading back and forth. We did end up with the 31 territories. I don't know how many I own right now. 20. And that's because some 10 or 12 of them I had and I traded away. So see, I can have a lot more warrior priests right now. Bunch of engineers. Because I have that increased hero capacity. I don't think this is one that I would continue. If I was to continue, I would have to start doing things like fighting for these territories, which I don't want to do. Or come back to the Empire from here. I mean, getting Volkmar all the way back there would be a pain. Maybe I would ally with Oxyotl and come over here, because right now he's fighting Skrolk in a war. But this was a really enjoyable campaign. Totally different way of playing. It's all melee based. Your Flagellants are going to get their asses kicked. They do a lot of damage. They're damage dealers and they have frenzy. They don't break. And they do get this physical resistance and help when they're losing. But they're unbreakable, so they tend to fight way too long. But they're not as micromanaged necessary as, say, cavalry would be. So go ahead, give this one a try.